Hello everyone. So it's been a night of successful Ukrainian cruise missile strikes today, hitting targets in Donetsk and Luhansk. I have multiple videos for you. I'm going to play a video from Yasynuvyata now without me talking. So this was a missile strike, not drones. Most of the blasts from the video do seem relatively small, which makes me think that some of these were Ukraine's own domestically produced cruise missiles here. Some of them were larger, reported to be Storm Shadow, with some reports saying it's Taurus, but I'll get to that in just a moment. This target was hit multiple times as you can see. In this screenshot of the first strike, we can see smoke rising from a past strike, so we had at least one impact before the person started recording. Here, a flash of an explosion lights up the area, but it happens off screen, our third impact. On this screenshot, the man's camera captures the fading glow of another missile strike, and smoke from that impact is seen in the next blast. This big one here caught by the cameraman. This one looks much larger. Storm Shadow was reportedly used in this strike, and given the big blast here compared to the others, this one looks like it may have been a Storm Shadow. So, looks like we had combined Ukrainian missiles and Storm Shadows used in this attack. This is impact number 5 shown here. Number 6 is shown in this screenshot here. And here, impact number 7. And another big one is seen here. You can see the blast is much bigger than the others, so to me, this looks like the second Storm Shadow missile hitting its target. Impact number 8. And here, another massive blast. This one looks even bigger than it is because the blast lights up the impact from past strikes here. But check the accuracy. Multiple strikes hitting all around the same area. This one, a big one though, so again, is likely Storm Shadow impacting. And it's here where it stops recording. So, 8 missile impacts in total. A absolutely massive strike, one of Ukraine's biggest missile strikes of the war so far. And don't forget, we have more targets to look at in a few more videos soon. First, let's see what the target was here. So, this one was hitting this, a large railway junction in Yasynuvyata station. Now, there's no report yet as to what exactly was hit here. But given Ukraine used so many missiles on it, including the rare and important Storm Shadows, it must have been something important. There was no signs of major fires after, no flames lighting up the night sky and that sort of thing. So, I'm going to rule out a fuel train or a train carrying ammunition. So I think this was most likely hitting a troop train here. I guess we'll confirm that when we get photos or videos of the scene. It's also possible that rather than hitting a train, it may have been hitting buildings on the side of the station and the rail yard, which Russia was using for some purpose or another. Again, we are going to have to wait and see to make sure for certain. Now, I mentioned it was Storm Shadow, but a few sources are also saying it was Taurus used here. But that is unconfirmed, and I haven't seen anything remotely official or trustworthy saying any indication of that comes from possible Ukrainian military sources. It's just from random Twitter accounts. We know Storm Shadow is being delivered to Ukraine still, and Ukraine has Storm Shadow, so for now, I'm going to stick with these being Storm Shadow being used. And this is here zoomed out, just outside of the Donetsk city. And if we switch to deep states, you can see that this would be a major rail hub for resupplying 2 key areas at the moment. Donetsk, shown in blue, and Pokrovsk axis in yellow. These are pretty much the focus for Russia's stalled summer offensive. And also in Donetsk, we have another missile strike on the headquarters of Russia's 8th Combined Arms Army, targeting officers. I'm going to play the video without me talking. It's quite a long one, but an interesting one, as it shows the extent of the damage caused and the fact that 2 buildings were hit both very close to each other. So I'll play it now.
Есть кто еще? Кого?
Еще кого, пацаны, помочь?
Где? Он живой?
Есть кто? Ну,
200-й? 200-й.
мертвый?
Да.
Есть кто живые там, подавай.
Да он 200, он его завалило все.
Я увидел, что.
300 есть?
300 поднялся. Да, вы эвакуировали что, да. Есть там, да? Да мы уже
200.
Это вот еще.
200.
Это с той стороны, смотрите, это правда. Поехали.
200, 200, 200.
А может сейчас
Отходи сюда, Саша. Поехали. Послушай меня. Вот нам надо уйти.
Один Андрей.
Там, надо забрать его. Андрей! Андрюш! Выходи! Выходи! Уходим сегодня. Отъезжаем. Отъезжаем. Будет. Андрюша, будет.
Один летел тут где-то по прямому.
Андрюша, отходим. На тапочек.
Осветление, он переключайте, блядь,
200. 200 там, все, 300 нет. Нет. Убирайте отсюда, может повторно ёбнуть. Сюда. Сюда. Вы хотите со мной? Да. Ну пойдемте сейчас.
Нет.
Отсюда нет? Я говорю, ну охранник
Да,
отсюда?
да, я не охранник, я там директор.
Хорошо, если вдруг что, надо укрываться, могут повторно ёбнуть.
Уже были беспилотники.
Да это не беспилотники, блядь.
Да это не беспилотники.
Там проломило нахуй все,
А
блядь.
куда прилет был?
Вот, блядь, проломило нахуй все, блядь. Аж прямо в подвал.
So as you can see here, the Russians got an actual fire brigade out, rather than using some wally with a single fire extinguisher to spray mist at the inferno, as we saw a week ago with a big missile strike. In the first part of the video, the rescue operators enter this building here completely levelled. This looks more like missiles used to hit it rather than drones, given the high level of destruction. When he leaves this building, he turns around to show building number 2 here, still on fire. Then, towards the end, he goes around the back of building number 1 to show black smoke rising from a window. So, this was hit multiple times by multiple missiles. Again, I think it likely Storm Shadow was used here, given the level of destruction. The geolocation for this was done by OSINT Warfare on Twitter, showing the 2 buildings targeted here. And I know you're all wondering why these were hit. Well, Ukraine has reported that this was being used as an officer headquarters, and early reports are saying that dozens were inside at the time and casualties are high. This is in Donetsk city, shown here, and again, close to, or in the area of operations for, the Pokrovsk and Terezhsk fronts. So, Ukraine cutting off the head of a snake here. 2 big strikes hitting these operations towards the rear. One, targeting a lightly supplied train with troops, and the second, hitting the officers' headquarters. Excellent work. And that's not all. Ukraine also targeted Luhansk city. This first video I'll play without me talking, it's a shorter one. Вот он. And here a video showing the aftermath. So this place was hit hard too. This time by drones, as we saw in the first video, we could hear the drone on its way. This strike targeted oil storage in Luhansk. Here's a second view playing now, showing the inferno more clear. So, this place was absolutely decimated by the strike. At least 6 drones were reported to target it, causing a massive blast and massive blaze. The location is on screen now. So you can see it's a pretty big facility. It looks very run down on this photo here, which is from 2 years ago, I believe. But as we saw in the video, there was clearly oil stored here, so it seems Russia has got it up and running again. Some reports online are saying the oil used here was solely for the use of the Russian army. If that's accurate, then a massive loss here, as a lot of oil was targeted. And this is here zoomed out, so in the far east of Ukraine. So, a massive night's work by Ukraine here, and a massive failing by Russian air defence. Multiple cruise missiles hitting multiple targets in Donetsk, and then at least 6 drones hitting targets in Luhansk. I can't see Russia getting away with the debris excuse with this one. I think even a Millwall fan would smell a rat with this. My guess is they'll trot out the civilian casualties lie again, like they did when that convoy of buses was hit by HIMARS a couple of weeks ago, despite the fact all the civilians by the side of the road were wearing camouflage. So it must have been the local hide and seek team. But they'll definitely have an excuse ready here. I guess we'll have to wait and see what it is. But no doubt, an absolutely huge night's work by Ukraine. Multiple missile launchers, all of them seemingly hitting the target, and no reports yet of interceptions of the missile. It's amazing how Russian air defence still struggles with 30-year-old Storm Shadow missiles. We've had a few successes intercepting it, but not that many. And definitely more successful hits by Ukraine than interceptions. So, that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting. If so, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Now I'm going to play a video from Sanath about the ongoing fundraiser with him. Big thanks to everybody who's helped out so far, and take care everybody.
Well, hello Superminers community, it's Sanath here coming to you from the basement, otherwise known as the bunker. I hope everyone's doing really well. It's been several months since we spoke last, and this month marks the 2-year anniversary from when we first started working with the Superminers community, the very generous and supportive community. And, you know, out here you're always tottering from one crisis after the other, problem after problem, priorities are changing all the time, and I never really get time to look back on what we've done together and what we've achieved, but it is worth it. You know, we've done so much to help in this effort, in this conflict. Drones, multiple vehicles, Pajeros, L200s, generators, engines, battery packs, winter equipment, night vision capabilities, you name it. We've really been there making a massive difference to these guys. And over the course of time, all your donations, large and small, they've added up incrementally to make a massive difference in this conflict and shape things according to how we want them to emerge. Now, I've hit a bit of a problem here. We've hit a bit of a problem. We recently lost a couple of vehicles. They lasted multiple years. I think that one of them lasted 2 years and the other one like 18 months. So they've done a lot of work and they've seen the hotter spots of this conflict. But yeah, we're really stuck now because we need to try and get a couple of vehicles, 3 vehicles ideally, over the line and delivered to the guys as soon as possible. And of course, vehicles are the hardest part of this project because it's not like buying something online and just delivering it. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong with vehicles. On top of that, they have a 1,000-mile journey from the west of Europe to Ukraine. And we don't supply our vehicles just in standard format. We strip out the engine, normally install the BMW engine, strip out all the electronics, all those nasty things that can go wrong and become really unreliable without any warning whatsoever, and leaves you like a sitting duck. So yeah, that's the work we do. And but of course, all our work is underpinned by a budget, a foundation, which is the generous donations that you provide. So with your support, we'll continue this fight and yeah, bring this to a very satisfactory conclusion. Take care, everyone.